This is your crypto news. It's the 14th of Feb. Happy Valentine's Day. Let's dive in. So starting here with Masari, Bitcoin ETFs see $500 million outflow over the last 3 days, which is a bit sad. Crypto scams rise per chain analysis, and Ethereum staking sees pullback as market shifts. Trump-backed World Liberty Financial buys more WBTC and Move tokens. I have no idea why they're buying Move, but it is what it is. Okay, so Coinbase Coin, so the stock ticker is Coin, reports 2.3 billion in revenue for Q4, 23% higher than expectations. So well done to them. Still don't really want to use them because it doesn't work very well, but hey, that's good. GameStop considering buying some Bitcoin with their massive cash balance. If they do that, we may have another short squeeze kind of situation. Over the last 5 days, it's up 5%. If you do not remember, it went to crazy highs, like over $400 a share, and then they did a stock split and whatever. In the previous cycle with Roaring Kitty orchestrating a short squeeze on that. If you don't know what that means, there's great videos out there. I don't think the same thing's going to happen, but I guess Metaplanet, MSTR, MicroStrategy, or Strategy's stock, they're going up because they're buying Bitcoin. This would be the same deal if they start to buy Bitcoin. So you may want to jump in some exposure that way, or maybe there's your dad or your mum or whatever that doesn't want to buy any crypto, but they want to have some sort of upside. Having a look at the market state visualization, things are kind of green. ETH is doing quite well, to be honest, and BNB is down 5%. We'll cover that shortly. Fair and Greed's still in this neutral territory. We don't know if we're going up or down. Things are just trying to be worked out right now. Having a look here, Toy Machine, I'll cover that later. Remember to claim your bonk. Dragon, JupNet as well. Also, Portals, they did their reveal yesterday. I haven't covered it yet, but if you have a Portals NFT, there's a PFP attached to it. Jump into Discord, work out how to do that. The JUP planetary call yesterday was fantastic. It was very, very good. There's more guidance we need in terms of the 555 proposal. It's essentially Meow gets 500 million JUP. He already has 280. He uses that and he allocates it to onboard talent, which is necessary. It doesn't need to come from him. It can come from the strategic reserve, but it is an option. And then he gets from the community 220 JUP at the end of 5 years. And well, that's actually not even covered in this tweet, but that's covered in the next tweet. And that's a 555, $5 JUP in 5 years. He gets nothing until then. Like, I'm bullish on it. We need more information because we need to be objective. Like, what is the best for the DAO? What is the best for the JUP community? Not just what do we think is a cool idea. But overall, I think it's a good idea. I mean, 500 million sounds like a crazy amount, but I think he's kind of the type of person to never want to actually trade, just like hold onto his JUP, maybe borrows against it. Who knows? Anyway, JUP buybacks start Monday. They'll happen on hourly basis, and dashboards will be released next week, just showing transparency of like 50% of the revenue actually going in there. The JUP price, of course, jumped up on this news. I was very keen to go and put in a DLMM, but I was just very, very busy with a whole lot of things. I did expect this to be pretty worthwhile. Cash is... He's easy to read in a sense. If he says, or if he, and thereby uplink and whatnot, if he says something like, this is a banger, we've got this really cool thing, there's generally some news that will push the markets up. And the planetary call was watched by like 30,000 people, or something quite insane. And then it trickles on to the different time zones and people start to buy. So here, if you're going to leverage, you can leverage if you know what you're doing. But even just buying it, JUP, before the planetary call, if you thought it was going to be a bit of a banger, which is his word, but a good one, and just setting it for nothing greedy, like a 20% move in a ask system, that would still be pretty decently profitable. And you could go in with size here, and people would buy it up and buy it up and buy it up, and then just withdraw the soul, and you're up 15%. Or not quite 15%, but you get up there. The Cat Symbol Content Contest, congratulations to the winners. They've changed the kind of ordering. It was like 20,000 for the first prize. It's now slightly different. And prizes 11 to 20 will be released today. And then I think the next day and the next day. Either way, there's a lot of content coming from the JupVerse. You can see winners 11 to 20 are announced today. Now you can go and claim your active staking rewards, and you should go and claim them. This is a tutorial wallet. Come in here, claim, and approve. There's another like very plus EV trade that was, as soon as DBR went live for claiming, you could have shorted it. You could have put on some sort of leverage, probably on drift, and shorted it. And I didn't want to say that publicly because I don't want to hurt dBridge, but like it's a great product, a great bridge with very average tokenomics, to say the least. The thing is, I'm claiming mine. I will sell mine because I don't see why or how it could outperform Sol or Bitcoin. So why would you hold it? Now it could once they change things, but based on the information I have thus far, it's not the case. I'm not going to sell it here though, because it will rebound up to this level, is my expectation. So if I have to hold for a couple of weeks, fine. I do want them to do well in terms of the token. So if they change the tokenomics to make it better, or start buying back or using some revenue to make it better, then I will happily learn that and cover that. In general, you can see it doesn't really like to stay down at this level. There is a sizable amount of sell pressure, like 1% of the supply will be released in active staking rewards, something like that. But yeah, the 555 proposal, I already went over that before. We will have some information up on JUP research, maybe by Sunday, ideally before that, but we'll see how we go. And that's going to give different options. Option 2 will probably be where I'm leaning to, but this comes from the community pool. But this is like delayed gratification, and I think it's certainly worthwhile, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to be more inclined to vote for this, but I'm going to be very, very objective. Very objective. LP Bootcamp number 12 starts this weekend. Time to lock in. Meteor is like, so many things you have to learn all the time. You need to start. You definitely need to start. I've had a bit of a loss streak with Meteor. Had some wins recently, but Trump was good, and then a loss because I bought this crazy hopium that's going to go higher, and I re-entered when I shouldn't have. So strategy is very important. You start with this, and then as I'm basically obsessing over DeFi now, I will release strategies. You can try them, see what works. When you're starting out, you need the experience. You can't just learn something, you need the experience. So if you're going to copy what I'm doing, just go in with small amounts. And then as you get familiar, then you can see what I'm doing. Is it good or is it not good? Because sometimes a play could be good for 10 minutes. Other times people can jump in for 2 minutes, sometimes longer. Use Ultra LP is a cool tool that can help you see like if you're in profit or whatnot. So you can check out this video if you like, but check out using this yourself, ultralp.com. It is far better at working out real-time analytics than a normal human. Toy Machine, which I covered last week or the week before, the Rolex has been drawn. So congratulations to the Rolex winner, open a Discord ticket, etc. And then have you claimed your daily spin? There's a new one live now, which is in Solflare. You see this nice little banner, Mega Toy Machine. Jump on up. I haven't done this for a little bit. Ends in 5 days, $10,000 grand prize. And you can get some free spins as well. You can go pay for a spin if you want, or just go to the Mega Toy Machine. Have a look and see if any of these are your community. So I have like a Sensei, Monkey Tail, don't have that, have that, don't have that, don't have that. Pingu, I'm not sure if that's holding Pingu, but you can see that. You can read. I've got Orphans. Always going to shout out Orphans because big fan of Topo. Come here, and then how many do I get? I might get 3, so I'll press that to spin. Discord not connected. I can't even see my Discord connect button here, but there's normally a Discord, connect your Discord. Oh, here we are. Connect this, authorize, and then it will work out what your role is based on that Discord, which you've set up via Metrica normally. And I don't know if I have 2 or 3, so I'm just going to try for 2. No, I've only got 1 on this Discord profile. You prepare the spin, you pay a small amount of Sol, you grab your free spin SPL token, which will come through down here, and then that will go through. Also, as I mentioned, I've got a Sensei one, so I can do this in each of the communities, and you'll get a spin token. It may take a couple of minutes for you to actually get the token and have it register. I'll get one for Monkey DAO as well. I got this wrong. It's Pingu, not Pudgy Penguins. So not that one for me. Barrows can claim 5. Press the spin. Each one costs a little bit in Sol. So there is obviously a risk, but you got to be in it to win it. We gamble a whole lot of money on meme coins. sometimes it's nice just to enter a random raffle. Last time I covered this, people asked, like, was this sponsored? This isn't sponsored. This is just a cool thing to do on the blockchain. Nothing is sponsored. The only thing I ever shield is stake your soul with Validate.com. And you definitely should. You don't want to miss out on inflation. Validate.com, over 11% APY right now. And we'll have an LST spun up very, very shortly as well. Then once we've claimed all of our tokens, we go back to spin and win. And I reckon I have like 7 tokens. Press to spin. If you do not have them all transferred yet, it will not show you that you do. There is another Solana charge here as well. So you are risking something, but you can win some cool things like Orphan, DeFi Dungeons whitelist. This is a Retardio. There's a Sensei. All these transactions will go through and we'll see what we've won. We've won a little bit of Bonk, some Goat, and 3 more spins that we'd put back in and try our luck. Now, Infinex. Super bullish on Infinex, been bullish on Infinex for quite some time. Haven't covered it recently, just been busy with Meteor and whatnot. But you can go and claim some Pingu if you are active and if you've been participating in stuff. And if you have an actual patron, like I've got some patrons in another wallet, then you can also go and grab some of that as well. So I got a little bit in this vault, nothing in this wallet, need to work it out a little bit more. I have to spend a lot more time playing this, to be perfectly honest, or using it. Airdrops, tiny bit of ENA and some ENA here, and I've got no Pingu. So I can go and claim this, but I have no Pingu, unfortunately. But maybe if you're using it more actively, you would have Pingu. Introducing DOOD, the official token of Doodles. This will be launched on Solana. Doodles is an Ethereum collection that I think bridged to Flow blockchain, which is no longer relevant this cycle. Pretty cool. They've got this as a kind of like logo or eyes that's, you know, really well respected and known. And this will be launched on Solana. It also says new blood. So potentially 13% will be going to Solana holders. Maybe similar thing what happened with Pingu. I think they've got really cool branding. I don't think that I'm going to hold it like Pingu. I think Pingu was a bit of a mistake. I still think Pingu will do well, but I think it would have been a good idea to take profits given that this is an airdrop. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sell it. I'm going to DLMM it. So I'm going to put it into liquidity bins to sell. And then at the end, I may accumulate a position as I do more research. Fabiano has a good point. Maybe Doodles will airdrop their token to people who pre-order the Seeker phone. This is what they say here. So remember, go get a Solana Mobile Seeker. Referral link will be below. And if you're going to buy more than one, maybe buy one in a different wallet. I have 3 of them in different wallets. CZ yesterday spoke about Broccoli, the name of his dog that he adopted. And this basically created this storm of tokens being launched on Solana and BNB chain. Some people made a massive amount of money by sniping and whatnot. Personally, what I did to try and find what was the relevant one is we're looking at things on Sol as well. You know, typing in broccoli, there was insane number of broccolis. Like it happened right when Trenches, which is a new part of JUP.ag, was unveiled live on a planetary stream, and there were hundreds of these broccolis being created. Most of them were completely rubbish. Nothing ended up being profitable for me over here, but like how I kind of look at it to see if it's going to work is GMGN.ai is kind of my best bet. Looking at the market cap, I was far more keen on something breaking a certain amount of market cap, and I mean this is a top 10, that's way too high. Because this person went and sent some to the Binance SEX in the hope that they, I don't know, would list it or whatever. So that kind of fueled the speculation. Dev made a whole lot of money, $1 million or whatever. Not a dev, but the deployer. And then, yeah. So what I was looking at was more if things could hold above a certain level. So you don't want to jump in early unless you're super early taking a risk and just taking profits. If you're buying at this point, like 20 million, like this is obviously clearly a big risk. We got up there one more time though, and now it's irrelevant. However, like I was far more keen to find it on BSC. The big issue was like as much as I like Binance chain in certain aspects. Buying tokens on this chain was absolutely so difficult. I use 1inch. I kind of know what I'm doing. It's nowhere near as fast, as easy, as cheap as Solana. Like, it's so insane. I can actually show you, and I'm not going to go off on a tangent, but I was trying to buy it at this price because it looked like it had good legs. It ended up buying it at like $80 million market cap. It took 20 minutes to get there. It was via 1inch. You couldn't do it, even find it on Pancake. It was just a really, really poor experience. Either way, I don't think it's going to do terribly well, but it's kind of interesting to see how it works. And also, people over there made a whole lot of bank as well. $707, sold it for 6.7. So it is a fun experience. Now, having a look at SuiPlay, this gaming device I have pre-ordered. I think it's worth pre-ordering. It's $600. People ask me what I think of Play Solana. I'm not going to hurt anyone's reputation that's trying to build something, but I don't see the product market fit of Play Solana, and I don't think that it'd be very, very easy to push what they're trying to push without big kind of VC backing or something. SuiPlay is backed by Sui. They could throw 10 million, 20 million at this just as a project. Solana Seeker is backed by Solana. They could do the same. So I like this at $600 more than I like anything else. Seeker and this is what I've got. You get rewards. We can't claim the rewards or anything yet though, but either way, I think this is a pretty cool device. Check it out if you're keen. It's been redesigned. That was basically the TLDR. The reason for this tweet is they have introduced the official design of the SuiPlay. First it was just, I guess, some sort of render mock-up, and now this is officially what it's going to be. Announcing Ranger Finance, introducing Ranger Ranks, an incentivized program to set the stage for the upcoming launch of Redacted. Redacted generally means token. So get amongst this. I'll do a tutorial on it. I'll have a referral. Use my referral. This is a competitor to JUP. It's pretty damn decent. It has 3 different markets. It shows you the funding rates, and I'll meet with the team ideally, and then I'll show you like how it works. It's a I don't think it's like a competitor per se. I think it's an aggregator. It can go where the funding rates are lowest, but I need to work it out a little bit more. But for now, I'll just use my referral. I will make sure I've covered this as soon as possible. And then finally, I'll still be doing a whole lot of news. I'll be starting some live streams, but DeFi is what I was good at previous cycle, and that's what I think I'm going to be good at again, because it's just what makes sense to me. So I'm going to put these out daily. I'm playing over on BNB chain. Did a video on this. This TST token fell 41%, so that didn't do very well. But I'm over on BNB chain. I'm obviously on Meteora, and I'm also playing on Bearer chain. And the one that's actually doing really, really well, the best one at the moment, is these are all kind of high risk. They're not like Sol and USDC. If you want something low risk, you're Sol and USDC. But I've gone with Shell and BNB. I put in a little bit of money, about 3,300. It's gone up. I claimed the fee and I'm compounding it. And I'm going to do a video on compounding and why I think compounding is worthwhile. I'm going to compound it for 1 week. If it loses money, it loses money. It's an experiment. You do not have to copy me, but if you're interested, check it out. That's it for today. Remember, sign up to Cast debit card. Big fan of them. Use my referral, SebMonty. Also, stake your soul with LD.com. Make sure you're subscribed. Check out these 2 other videos right over here. You need this information in your life.